So this is a Ravensburger 500 piece. This is a harbor scene at sunset. This is one of my favorite puzzles to run, and I did it many, many times while practicing for Worlds 2023. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually pulling pieces and starting the border. My strategy here, as you can see, is actually not flipping most of the pieces. One of the things that changed for me in between when I first went to Worlds in 23 and when I went in 24 was I realized I needed to flip more of the pieces at the beginning to do the puzzle more effectively rather than kind of rooting through this big mass of pieces at the top. So you're seeing an old strategy that over time I realized actually didn't work that well. So I started this one by pulling the border pieces and then pulling the more obvious pieces of the sunset. So there's a really bright spot here and then some very clear reds, then some pinks, then some purples, which made it pretty easy to kind of grab pieces and assemble them as I went. Obviously, the better strategy here would have been to flip more of the pieces and then pull them entirely to build that whole section. But, partially to be nice to myself, it's partially not entirely my fault. I used to practice on this really tiny table here, which you can see, where there actually wasn't room to flip and really spread the pieces without dropping lots of them on the floor. And this was an IKEA table with a broken leg. So I also could not push the table too hard or the whole puzzle was going to go fall off. So improved my puzzle table setup dramatically as I got faster. So you can see here what I've done is I've actually tried to finish both the water and the sky first. Those are the colorful chunks. And now I'm moving into the darker section that's going to be towards the bottom right. So this is a bunch of rocks, all that are sort of the same darkish color. So where I can see patterns, I'm trying to pull them and build them. So there's this rock down here that's forming. And one of the things that strategically I'm not doing super well here, generally, if I wasn't working at all space constrained, I would definitely build the border here, sort of frame out the puzzle, and then start to build within the border. But at the time, didn't completely have that option. So what you're seeing now is I'm just trying to build little blobs within this dark thing, anything that I can see. And now as I've gotten more of those blobs placed, I'm just sort of filling in around those blobs. This would be a good time to shape sort if I had thought of that, but there we go.